Well, hello, my lovely friends. Lorrie here. Welcome to my world, or welcome back to my world if you're coming back. Super glad to see you. If you haven't already, because I always forget to say this, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share it out, do all the things. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss an exciting video from Lorrie's world, because you never know what's going to come out of here. So anyway, today I'm going to do an update for Survival Seeds 2025, and I'm also going to hashtag this for the WIG 2024. Now, when I first saw this WIG, I didn't know what it was. I kept thinking winter or wicked interior gardening or something like that. That's not what it is. It's actually winter indoor gardening, and it's a collab that's been put on by Mike's Chaotic Gardening. And let me pop this guy up. I lost the channel. GT Junior grows in Alaska. So GT in Alaska and Mike from Mike's Chaotic Gardening have put on this indoor gardening, and they are both really, really knowledgeable about growing indoors, using hydroponics, how to use your lighting and stuff. So I am learning a ton from watching their videos. This is really, I mean, I've done starts. If you watch me, you know that I've done my own starts for the last couple of years for my garden. Because I did get some indoor lighting, and my honey built me some fabulous shelving and stuff. So you'll see I've got some video that I'm going to share with you guys of some of the stuff I've got going on in my indoor garden. But I wanted to make sure to tag everybody or to mention everybody. So Survival Seeds 2025 is a fantastic collaboration all over the US and Canada. Now we're in Europe and Australia, and it's all about growing things and learning how to save the seeds so that you can have continuous growth in your garden from year after year after year. And so the survival seeds are 6 seeds that the foods could be essential to you. There's a list, survival seeds collab.com, and you can get all the information that you want to get. Now this collaboration is hosted by the Vineyard Chicks, my favorites, of course, and then they're being helped by Lisa and Jesse over at Lazy Days Ahead, and Charles over there at Bushcraft Farm, and he's kind of heading up the herbal side of things to learn more about herbals and natural ways of helping yourself feel better. And I'm also just learning about that. So it's fantastic to be surrounded by all these people who are doing the same thing and who are growing the same thing, and we're learning from each other and growing with each other, and it's a fantastic collaboration. If you're not involved, there's still time. There is no deadline for getting involved. Just go to the website that I mentioned, and I will leave a link down here. There's an entry form that you fill out. You just have to make an entry video and an exit video are the only 2 requirements in the entire collaboration. Of course, there's monthly giveaways. There's a weekly chat where everybody can get together and talk about gardening and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, so it's going on like crazy. And I'm just learning about the winter indoor gardening collaboration. I know that GT has got a huge playlist, and it's actually still the 2024 playlist because they're still working off of the 2024 garden. Nobody has started the 25 garden yet, so it will be coming up, I would assume, springtime when we start going into the next year of gardening, or I don't know. I don't know enough about them to tell you what's going on with it, but it sounds like fun. It looks like there's a lot of people who are getting into doing more winter indoor gardening, which is fantastic because I love the idea of being able to grow some food all year round, and that's what I'm aiming to do. Anyway, I'm going to get to the video, and I don't even know what I've got. I've just got some clips. I've been going around shooting some video. I'm just going to throw it up there and let you guys see it, and then I'll pop back in at the end and say goodbye. So let's get to it. am so impressed with these rainbow seeds. Now, I've only planted so far my tomatoes and my pumpkins. It's a little early for anything else. It is only January 8th. But I planted these on January 3rd, and look at that. 5 days later, those pumpkins have popped up. My tomatoes over here have all popped up. Like, that is fabulous germination and fast. And, you know, look at how healthy the plants are right out of the seeds. Sometimes, especially with pumpkins, you'll get part of the seeds stuck on here. And that indicates that it was kind of a weak and sad seed. But these have just popped right up and popped right open. And I am loving it. Here is the let pot setup that I won last year on Survival Seeds 2024. And I'm now using it for my 2025. So I planted it again on January 3rd, same time I planted the other stuff. These are not any of my, well, it is my hyssop back there. I don't know if you can see the label for the hyssop, but and feverfew, which was one of the herbs from last year. Parsley, lovage, heal all. My cabbage has popped up, and my borage has popped up. No sign of my celery yet or my lettuce, but it has only been 5 days. So we'll see. Give them a few more days, and if they don't come up, I'll drop a few more seeds in. This is my indoor garden. So you gotta share the good with the bad when it comes to gardening. So I'm gonna share this disaster, or these disasters, with you. So this is part of my indoor gardening setup. This is my turmeric, and this over here is my ginger. And they just look sad and pathetic. And from what I understand from the research that I've done, it's because I've not watered them properly. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and dig them up and transplant them. Well, I'll probably harvest some of that turmeric. If I can, and plant one or two in somewhere else, maybe a little smaller plant, and try to take better care of it next time. Well, there wasn't actually anything worth harvesting in there, so I put them all just into some water for right now until I can find some pots for them. I do think that the problem I had was having them in such big pots. The bottom part would stay so wet, and the upper part where the plant was growing would dry out. And I wasn't watering because the bottom was still wet. So I'm going to put them into some smaller pots and see if that will help. This is the one little tiny piece of turmeric that I was able to harvest. And as you can see, it hasn't even turned orange yet. So, yeah, wish me luck on saving these plants and actually being able to harvest something from them. Oh, and look, remember my squash from last year? I still have it. It's getting a little bit dry. And it's really light. I don't think there's any seeds inside of it. I don't hear any shaking around anyway, so I'm not going to cut it open unless eventually I hear seeds shaking. Isn't it adorable? In the little hydro garden, I've still got the little cabbage back there and the little borage. The parsley has come up, and some of the celery has come up, but no sign yet of the feverfew or the lettuce or the hyssop or the lovage or the heal-all. So I guess what I'm going to do is take these peat pods out and get some new ones and get them in here and get some other stuff planted if these aren't going to come up. And here, of course, are my shelves that Honey built for me with my grow lights. I have started my peppers. I need to come and spray these with some water again. I haven't sprayed them since yesterday. I'm not seeing anything to come up, but it's only been 5 days? No, less than that. It's only been like 3 or 4 days. So this has got warming pads underneath it. And as you can see, I've moved the lights right down on top. And just keeping this damp on top and waiting for those to pop open. And then over here, I have my 2 orange trees that I started from seed. They're a little bit dusty. I need to come in here and do some dusting. I'm not sure if I should trim those, if I cut them back so they branch out more, or what the heck. I'll need to do some research. I honestly never thought the seeds would germinate, but there you have it. And then here's my moringa. I don't know what's going on with it. It's seems to have been dying off, but from what I've seen, it should come back. So I did put it where it would get cold for a couple of weeks. And now I've moved it back to where it's warmer, onto the heat pads, because moringa likes it warm. And we'll see. I just keep hoping to see some signs of life, which I'm not seeing. I'm just seeing things shrivel up. But fingers crossed something comes back with this. And here is grow area 3. And you can see my tomatoes back there getting nice and leggy, just the way I like them when I get them started. My pumpkins here doing the same. Because you can see, if you look, I don't know if this will focus in on it that closely. If you look there, you can see little hairs on those stalks. So once I put those stalks under dirt, they're gonna shoot out more roots. And then here I have some onions that I've started. And when I looked at them yesterday, they were starting to poke their little heads out. Let's try and do this without dropping it. So I have my white onions, and I have some red onions, and I don't know that you can really see that there's little starts starting to come up there, but they're still white. They haven't flipped over from the seed yet. And then here are some of my survival seed onions, the yellow ones. So I'm determined to do something good with onions this year. I'll show you my other, well, I'll show you right now. This is the other thing that I'm going to be planting onions in. My survival seed onions are going to go into here. And this is going to go outside. I'll get that wet, and then I'll do my seeds, and I'll put this over top of it and tape it closed. And it will sit out there until they start to sprout. We're actually expecting some freezing temperatures for the next week. At night, anyway. We're expecting to freeze at night. We won't be freezing during the day, but we're going to freeze at night. So I might be the coldest I get this year. So I'm going to go ahead and put my onions out now. This is, they call it winter seeding. I don't know if I can really call it winter seeding because I don't really have winter going on, but it is winter time. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And it's funny because I look at the other gardeners in Canada and they're under snow and freezing and stuff. It's quite different here. It's kind of hard to adjust to. Anyway, that's what's going on with the indoor garden right now. And thanks so much if you have watched this all the way to the end. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you have any answers about the orange trees, let me know. I have not grown them myself, and I haven't researched them. I just, cold stratified the seeds and threw them in some dirt, and they sprouted. So, yeah, you never know what will happen. And I don't know if anybody noticed when I was up in gardening area number 3, but there's a little bowl of seeds and water, and those are actually my tea seeds. And I hadn't tried starting them like this. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Some of them have sunk to the bottom, which indicates that they are good seeds or could be good seeds. But I saw this on an ad for, I think it was lotus flowers, and they had these big, round, hard seeds, and they threw them into water, and eventually they sprouted. So I just keep changing the water every day. And I think I'll throw away, there's a couple of them that are still floating. I think I'll go ahead and throw those 2 away so they don't just sit there and rot. But those ones that have sunk to the bottom, we're going to see if they actually grow. And I'll be super excited if they do. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate you, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, ding the notifications, leave a comment, leave a comment. I especially appreciate those. So take good care of yourself. I will see you soon. Bye now.